So what is up, guys? On to another daily recap. Okay, today we took on loss. So basically, let's get to today. Okay, this was it was a really interesting day today. On the open of the day, I just kept it very simple. I marked only the closest PDRS, the high time frame ones. We had the daily fair value gap, we had the previous day low, we had the 4 hour highs, and we had the monthly lows. And below the, I mean the lows, and below this we had monthly lows. So there's a reason for us to keep pushing lower. That would be the monthly lows, the monthly FVG plus FVA. I mean, okay. For pushing high, we have all time highs. Okay, so basically this is the scenario we had on the open. Same thing in US 100 for highest daily fair period day low. Okay, the daily fair gaps context would be this daily low. Okay, so simple. Okay, we have red folder news today, so it's gonna be a crazy day. That one was sure. We have the red folder news on 6 o'clock. So what basically price I expected price to do is sweep the London highs and push lower. That's gonna be my first scenario. Okay, sweep the London highs into this fair value gap. I thought in yes. Okay, and push lower. And the second one is if we disrespect this daily fair value gap, we could go for the 4 hour highs. And if we run the session lows, we can look towards to trade the NYPM lows or the daily context. So these are the three scenarios I had. Okay, so what I had at the start of the NY session is the news was news swept the London highs, and news swept the London highs in ES as well. But I expected then another leg inside this into this daily fair value gap in NY Open, which I didn't get. The fact that I didn't get this also makes sense because we have an SMT at that case, an SMT where ES didn't tap into the daily fair value gap and NQ did. So after that, what happened? After price failed to tap into the daily fair value gap and create an SMT, and then we invest this 15 minute. That probably was a really good place to sell, but the NY Open was very strong. I mean, strong means like ultra strong. I waited for this 15-minute rejection low to get swept. Okay, you see this 15 minutes rejection low, right? I was waiting for it to get swept, but I never got it. I just got this. I mean, I was waiting for this to get ran to take a shot, but I never got that run. I just kept sweeping it. So this rejection low getting swept gave me a chance to create another leg higher before pushing down, but which actually didn't happen, and we then used the 15-minute fair value gap. But at that time, the market was moving crazy. Like I didn't have a place to enter. Okay, because probably I could have entered at this area at the NY Open, but I didn't want to get involved right away at the open because there could be manipulation. We could do this and still grow higher because we had this daily fair value gap untapped, and we have this equal highs as well. So that was my only thing for waiting this. But there was also another argument that supports this idea, that is this SMT. Okay, so I didn't take this trade, and honestly I couldn't enter here as well because I had an 1 hour fair gap or something right here. So I don't want resistance in my path. Then price just pushed it in like 20 minutes time. Once this previous day low context is taken in this and NAS didn't take it, okay, we had an SMT right here. But till the end I was expecting NAS as well to take this previous day low. So that was my thing for the entry. I wanted to see NAS as well take this. Okay, and we had an SMT where this 15-minute fair value gap price didn't trade into at that point of time while I entered. I think I entered somewhere around here at this 5-minute fair value gap. I entered 5-minute candle. I entered because let me see. Let me show you. This was kind of my entry. So what actually happened was we had price sweeping. Okay, we are not running the highs. We just kept sweeping. Okay, it's telling us the seller intent is still there. And similarly in ES, what we had was we came into the deepest 15-minute fair value gap, but price didn't come into this here. So it was like an SMT like this, SMT with the 15-minute fair value gap. With that idea, as well as us failing to run the high, but we first gave a signal by running this lows. the previous candle low, which was a candle signs entry for me. So main real down liquidity was the daily context that NQ has not yet taken, so I wanted to see it take. We also had that 15-minute narrative because we were inside this 15-minute fair value gap. We had a 15-minute fair value gap here, which price was sweeping, and it was giving something like this. So I was positive it was gonna go here. But the thing is, even though this candle got ran by that, the previous candle was like a big strong candle, and this whole thing is inside this candle. So even though the previous candle is comparatively nice, but we were still inside this whole bullish candle, so our trade was definitely invalid. So that was my mistake for taking that trade. That shouldn't have been the trade. I would accept a loss if I took it right. If I took a shot right here and I got stopped out, okay, it's just probability. I can't do anything about it. Actually, as right now, as well, we had a really nice uh, SMT in ES and NQ, and with this being more weaker, and we had an sharp turn as well. We could have had a better entry here, but as I already took a loss in this, I don't want to take another trade on the same scenario. But that's because that's what my rule says. So that's it for the ES. Okay. I think it could push lower, or we could just give SMT and move higher. I don't care at this point. Okay, my scenarios at the open of the market were simple. I had this 1 hour fair value gap. We had this liquidity swept. When we sweep this liquidity, we have nothing but we just to go to this daily fair value gap, and that was my scenario as well. I'm actually really cooking some really good scenarios. So I expected this 1 hour fair value gap to get inverse, and then we keep trading higher. Okay, so that was my first scenario. So first I need to see this create and rejection low, rejection high, and then I wanted to get closed above to enter long on EU, which was the scenario of the first scenario. The second scenario is just we respect this 1 hour fair value gap and push lower in both of them, which is very low probability because we already had this good move. And first scenario was like more likely we go into the daily fair value gap and we push lower. Okay, this is the third scenario is us trading from that fair value gap to the daily low, and obviously we didn't get that one as well. And the mid session, we were waiting for the 1 hour to form. 1 hour formed, and we had that 1 hour rejection higher than this 15-minute fair value gap. When these 15-minute fair value gaps get inversed, the continuation scenario comes where we look to trade towards the low again. But the main thing is we already swept all the major things, and we only have buy side to sweep. So this trade would definitely be very less probability for price to actually do. And I just wanted 1 hour rejection high to get invalidated. For that I need a close of another hourly candle, right? So I want to see another hourly candle close above this. But what actually happened was price just a little bit it failed to close below this. But actually GU was more stronger and we closed about it, which we could have I think used, but I didn't think of it at that time because we know GU was stronger and we disclosed above it. But the fact that this didn't close above it kinda was, I was for some reason looking for entries only at EU. I don't know why, because that had the daily fair value gap, which was an nice drawn liquidity. But here all we had is a low. So basically, when this closed like this, we probably could have taken a uh, long, but I don't know because even here I could have probably this one is where we didn't sweep it, and then we had this big move up. Okay, so basically I could have taken a retracement entry at here, but the main thing that didn't allow me to take this was in my match traded charts. We already tapped the daily fair value gap at this point, so I don't want to take this entry, so I didn't take it. So basically, at the end of the day, we are down. We took this loss. Okay, we lost like 0.5% of the account. It's fine. I'd probably blow the account in around. I just have like 0.88%, 0.8% of drawdown left to play with this account. I'm thinking of buying an instant account and risking and taking it slowly. So that's the thing that I had planned for the future. So mm, let me show you what my trade confirmation in the playbook looks. Main draw on liquidity is daily context. Daily fair value gap delivered lower. A strong move which we didn't get any entry. We had a 15-minute fair value gap which price retest into. The 15-minute fair value gap was in the daily leg, and above that we had a 15-minute fair value gap which ES reached but NQ didn't. So there was an SMT as well. SMT plus 15-minute fair value gap was our narrative. And at this point, I also wanted to tell you guys what we had was something that was really nice. When we had this move, right? If I if I want to go lower, if I want to go lower, I could have 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, move and then move lower. This is the classic pattern that we spot many times. First low fail, second low fail, third low fail, and we could see price keep moving lower. This is one pattern that I have uh, seen happen at many places. So that was an added consumption, not the main thing though. So I didn't open 1 minute at the time of entry because I always didn't want to trade in 1 minute. Could even say argue that there was an inverse fair value gap, but that's fine. I don't wanna get into 1 minute itself because that's some rule that I made to myself because yeah, because I don't I'm getting lost in 1 minute. So that's the trade for recap for today. Let's see how it goes. Thank you.